Hey, y'all, this is Pastor Mike. I want to talk to you today about being cranky in the age of COVID. Last night, Miss Pam and I were working. It was late for us. It was around midnight. We were working on some things, getting her ready for school. Um, and I noticed that we were both kind of getting snippy at one another, getting aggravated. And that's not typically the way we roll, but we were tired, we were cranky, we were exhausted. It was late, and we were ready for that day to be over. I think many of us are exactly right there with this COVID thing for the last 5 months or the last 40% of the year. I mean, we've been bombarded with things about mask and social distancing and hygiene and restrictions and guidelines and things like that. We've had 5 months of missing weddings and anniversaries and birthdays and funerals and proms and graduations and benchmark events in lives, and we're sick of it. We're getting angry, and when people get tired and exhausted, they tend to get cranky. We were at Walmart the other night, and this is not typically who I am, but there was a man and a woman on two scooters. And it's just like they were making loops in Walmart. And what really bothered me, and it shouldn't have, but it did, they weren't wearing masks. And I thought, man, all you're doing is broadcasting. If you are sick, you're just kind of spreading this thing throughout the whole store. And I suspect that there was some scooter fraud going on. But the bigger problem is, why was I so mad? Well, I mean, we're tired and we're exhausted of this whole thing. We can't get a straight answer from even the experts on what to expect or when this thing is going to be over. We're in the middle of an election year, and that by itself is a stressful time, even without COVID. We're tired of the cultural fights. We're tired of uh, Black Lives Matter. We're tired about statues being torn down. We're tired of the negativity online. We're tired of all that. And we're also fearful. I mean, when was the last time you heard some good news on the news about what's going on with the pandemic? It's been a minute. And what's happening is this is creeping into the church. It's creeping into us Christians. I call it COVID rage. And church people are even cranky and aggravated. And it's understandable. We're tired. We're exhausted. We feel like we've lost our church. And I think in some ways that's absolutely true. It's going to be a while before the church goes back to the way it was pre-COVID. You miss gathering with your friends. And I know, oh, the church is the people, not the building. Yeah, I know, but the church was built and established to gather together. And digital gatherings just haven't sufficiently replaced in-person worship. You grieve over the loss of your regular worship patterns. Even the most change-friendly and change-oriented people, we don't typically like the routines being changed in our life. And for nearly half the nation, on any given weekend, they go to church. So this has been disrupted. So my encouragement to you is this: during this time where you're prone to be cranky and angry, stay focused on Christ. Uh, we sing that song, He's got the whole world in His hands, and that means He also has you in His hands. Stay focused on the Word of God. Know what the promises are in the Word of God and pray those promises for yourself. And lastly, stay positive. Encourage yourself in the Lord. This will not stay this way forever, and God has your back. Yo, God bless you. Hope to see you at Chester First Baptist Church this weekend. Drive-in service Saturday night at 5 o'clock. Two Sunday morning services, 9 o'clock for high risk, mass required, 10:30, mass not required, but we will have the worship experience there. God bless you. I'll be talking to you later.